Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Savance. And welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And Malika Andrews is back. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So y'all know that we're not fans of Malika Andrews on this channel over here. We're just not, right? We think she's annoying. And we have a right to think that. You ain't got to like everybody. You know what I mean? You ain't got to like everybody. You don't have to. You don't have to like everybody. Nah, we not rocking with her since that situation that went down with the Emil Udoka some years ago. That's when we were just like, nah, and then various situations after that. But anyway, recently ESPN absolutely embarrassed themselves by doing a segment, and I believe Iman Shumpert was there. He's one of the new acquisitions to join the network, where they were talking about LeBron's daily routine, man. And it was like, wow, man, this guy drinks water. He sleeps. Wow. Does he use a hyperbolic chamber? He eats carrots. What kind of carrots does he eat? Chicken. But like, it was just like, don't you people have anything else better to talk about? So they did all that. They were fawning over him. And ESPN, by and large, is the LeBron James network. And one of his biggest supporters is Malika Andrews. And there have been times in the past where people try to bring up Kobe Bryant and she'll get pissed off and cut him off. Like when Matt Barnes tried to bring it up in Malika Andrews, let me come out here and that's Malika Andrews, right? So anyway, I was listening to a segment where it was actually supposed to be focused on what Kendrick Perkins was talking about for some research that we did for a different video that we published today. And as they were talking about it, okay, they're not saying who was on the panel here. But anyway, as they were talking about it, towards the tail end of what Kendrick Perkins was talking about in terms of team chemistry and all of that, a gentleman, and I can't remember his name. We all know him. I just can't remember his name. He decided to chime in after Kendrick Perkins. And he began to talk about the Lakers' record prior to LeBron getting there and their record with him. The minute he went into that, Malika Andrews cut him off immediately. And I don't know if we can show her face, while she was looking at him as she cut him off. I don't know if we can do that. It'll probably help a little bit more. I don't know. But I was like, here she goes again, man. She just can't help herself when it comes to cutting off people. But before we even get into this footage here, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so what we want to do is we want to play for you now, and then we're going to come back and continue on with the show. Take a listen to this here.
Not on the same page, then they definitely don't have the chemistry off the floor.
I think certainly the beginning of the year, how this roster played without LeBron and where they were. I think 19-7 to start the season, 5-8 since. They haven't had a good win against a team above 500 since December 14th. But I will say this real quick.
Go ahead.
I think the Western Conference standings will keep them in it. Where they are in the top 7, I don't see them sliding out and still figure themselves out. They're not Oklahoma City, and they got things to work on here. And as Brian said, the next 9 games on the road is going to dictate a lot of things here. But I am probably not as down on them as probably maybe most people.
Well, and also they don't have Austin Reeves, and I don't know that solves all of their defensive problems that they're having here, but I do want to see a sample size with Austin back, and we're not going to see him probably at least until the end of the month, right?
Excellent. So you heard what she had. You heard the exchange here. What are my thoughts about this? Typical, man. Typical stuff that goes down at ESPN. It's like, don't you dare bring that up. Why don't they do a segment on that and ask the real questions? Wait a minute, guys. This team was looking a particular way before this guy got here. They had a totally different vibe about them. What changed? We're not going to do that, man. We're just going to be up here twerking it up and pouring honey all over the desk, man. That, I mean, you want us to state the obvious? You must be kidding. We'd rather talk about Jake LaRavia, or we'd rather talk about Austin Reeves, who's injured. You expect us to give you guys some serious analysis? Like some serious analysis? Man, y'all better forget that. Y'all better forget that. We're not doing none of that. Y'all better forget that. ESPN is not a serious network, man. It's not like when you have things like this happen, and the guy is talking about the Lakers record, and she's like, well, you gotta understand. Like, no. Let the guy finish his bloody point. This is why it's always like news when you have, for example, like a Kobe guy on ESPN just break through the noise, like just find a way to break through all of the honey and give a Kobe take. Like when PK Subban would make a comment and it would go viral, or Michael Wilbon was like, it was like, oh my God, did you hear? Because the twerkation at that station is out of control. They twerk for a living over there. They twerk for a living at that network. So the minute you get like an alternative viewpoint, like, well, we got to stop them. We got to stop them. That's what's going on there. But the fact of the matter is, this team looked better without LeBron. I mean, these are the facts. And if you look at it statistically, this is a fact. Go look at their numbers. You look at their defensive rating. Look at their opponent's points scored per game. Go look at all of it. What do those numbers indicate? And now this season has essentially been distilled down to, for LeBron fans, his stats. Again, the most superficial fan base in the history of basketball. All they care about is stat. They don't care about winning, losing. None of it matters. If you win, it's just, well, that's just icing on the cake. But what we care about primarily is stats. This is the reason why every single night LeBron scores 25, they post it and beat they meat all over the internet, because that's their night. Did the Lakers win? Did the Lakers lose? They don't even care about it. And that's like an app win, lose. You think we in this for wins? You think we in this for W's? No, we not, bro. We in this to get these stats, baby. So at the end of the season, if they have another lackluster season, LeBron fans can sit down and say to themselves, well, he averaged X, Y, and Z. This is their whole existence. Stats. This is their whole entire existence. Statistics. That's all. That's all. Nothing more, nothing. That's it. Right? The most superficial fan base in the NBA. They don't even like basketball. All they like is LeBron James. You ask a LeBron fan, who's your favorite player outside of LeBron? You know what they're going to say? Bronny James. What players you think is going to be good in the future? Bryce James. That's it. They don't like nobody else. They don't like nobody else. Nobody. These are not basketball fans, man. It's like, they're not. But Malika Andrews cutting off the guys, like, God forbid he gets out his point, man. Damn. Like, God forbid he's able to give his opinion without being interrupted again. Good grief. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We'll catch you guys on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.